Well, hello there and welcome. In today's video, I'm gonna get to doing the projects in chapter 2 and I'm gonna share my thinking with you guys and then see if I can solve this problems. Hopefully it's not too bad. And then, yeah, so not much to say. I wanna program more this video than the last one. So just gonna jump straight into this first one. Looks like a check mark. So just write a program that uses printf to display the following picture on screen. So I already created the project. I'm gonna do the include standard h. So what I was thinking on this one is there's basically 6 rows. It's how I see it in my head. 6 rows. So I'm not gonna overthink this. Just gonna make 6 of these ones. And then I'm just gonna make the check mark with spaces and asterisks. So the first 3, let's start at the third one. And then we go to make a space, 2 spaces. And then we just come back like this. I don't know if this is the right way. I just felt it's a good way, I think. Oops, undo way too much there. One back. And then last one. So this is basically my solution to that. I feel like this is the most simplest way. Looks a bit wonky though. And maybe make this one closer. Yeah, I think this is going to look better. Or maybe a bit more close to what's it like in the book. Oops, I forgot about the top one. Wait. Why is that one all the way over there? Oh, probably because I put a tab in instead of spaces. Let's see. Yes, that's it. Okay, so I'm happy with this solution. I think this is fine. So project 1 done. Second project, write a program that computes the volume of a sphere with a 10-meter radius using the formula volume is equals to the fraction and then yeah. Okay, so let's make a new project. Just gonna call this one sphere volume. Main.c. I've written this so many times now. Okay, let's start. So what I was thinking, since we have pi here and a fraction, I'm gonna make that with a define, since it's like a constant value. So let's say we call this one fraction, which is, they say we should use floats, 4.0 and 3.0. Then he says we can try writing it as full ints and see what happens. So first I'm going to do the way that he suggests. And then we make one for pi as well, because that's not going to change. So now I'm wondering, should I make it like the full pi, or just like, I'm going to keep it like this for now. It's fine. So 10 meter radius. So I'm going to make an int radius equals to 10. So we say, I think we can initialize, this will probably be a float volume. And we say volume is equals to the fraction times pi, and then the radius times radius 3 times. What did I forget here? Expected an expression. Am I dumb? What am I missing? I'm gonna Google. I'm just gonna use Google. No fancy stuff. No ChatGPT or whatever. So we say, when I say E0029. E0029. But this is AI. We don't want that. Let's get what the error means. Maybe that answers the question. Am I cooked? Oh, lol. Lovely. Okay, anyway, we'll just imagine that didn't happen. And then we print this. So let's just say the volume of a sphere with a radius of radius is an int, so it's, is it first? No, it feels like this. Let's put a is float. This is a float. What am I doing? Float. Okay. Then we pass in volume. No, we pass in radius first, and then volume. Not volatile. volume. Okay, let's see. The volume of a sphere of, I have no idea if this is correct. So let's see. Let's Google again. Calculate volume of a sphere. Radius is 10. 4188.79. All the decimals is not completely. Maybe it's because of pi not being the full amount. So let's grab this. Check now. I think that's better now. 8879. It's rounded up, so I feel like that's close enough. So I feel like this solution is the way. Yeah, so unfortunately I had a equals to there, and that was the root of my problems. So yeah. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Modify the program, project 2, so it prompts the user to enter a radius. So instead of having radius as a hard-coded 10, we must ask get user input. So we do printf first, and we say please enter a radius. We don't need a new line because I feel like it's good to have it in the same line. Okay, and then we say scan. What's this thing complaining about? That's because it's not initialized. Why? I feel like I spelled radius wrong. Okay, now it's fine. Okay. Now we get an int that's gonna be sent to a radius. And then I just wanna add this line up top here so it doesn't complain about the scan. It's the underscore CRT. No, I can't remember. Wait, let me just run the project and see quickly. Secure no warnings, that's the one. Underscore CRT, secure no warnings. Okay. Into the radius, we say 10 again. That's it. Put a space there. Let's make it 8 to 144, 65. That's it. Okay. So that was not too bad. That was simple. Next one, write a program that asks the user to enter a dollars and cents amount, then displays the amount with a 5% tax added. Doesn't sound too bad. Just gonna call this add tax. Nothing fancy. Right, I don't even think it's necessary to put in a void. But yeah, since I saw it in the book, it's now embedded into my mind of always putting in void there. I think it's because you don't pass anything to main. I have no idea, but we'll find it in the future. Okay, so adding 5%. Any Okay. So I'm gonna define the tax rate as a float, is what I'm thinking, of 0.5 f. Then we put in float. I think we make it two floats because we need tax amount and tax amount I'm thinking is like the tax itself only, like 5% of 100 is 5. So tax amount is going to be holding the 5, and then let's just call the other one dollar amount. That's what the user is going to enter. So we print book says enter an amount. So enter an amount, scan. It's going to be a float, and this is going to go into dollar amount. Oops. Then tax amount is going to be equals to dollar amount times tax rate. So that's going to give, in this case, 5. And then we might need another one, total. So total is then dollar amount plus tax amount. Okay. And you just add another print. Okay, so let's see now. I need that other define again. And I think I already forgot it. CRT underscore CRT. I forgot it. I'm not gonna lie. Secure no warnings, damn it. Define underscore CRT underscore secure no warnings. Okay. Let's test. Enter an amount, 100. I made a mistake. There we go. How do you format it again? Is it .2 here? That doesn't show like a bunch of... Nope. It said in the book, but I cannot remember. Oh, it's before. So dot 2 f. That should work. There we go. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's another one bites the dust. Write a program that asks the user to enter a value for x and then displays the value of the following polynomial. This is going to be tedious. Because of C doesn't have the operator, so it's basically x times x times x times x. Okay. New project. This is going to be interesting. Define. Are we going to scan though? Yes, because the user is going to enter a value. CRT secure no warnings. Okay. Now we have that out of the way. Include. Okay. I'm thinking. Can you? What I'm thinking is, can you do like power 5 and give it like x times x times x, you know? Or is it gonna be something I do in in the main? I don't think you can do x because x is not gonna exist outside of the main, basically. What I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna say this is ints. So int x. So basically, if I do this ugly, we can say enter a value. I just want to show what my mind is thinking. We do this into x. So now we add another one for the result. We say result is equals to three times x 5 times. Then we go next. We plus 2 times x 4 times. Next one is minus 5 times x 3 times. Minus, what's it, just x 2 times? Yes. Plus 7 times x minus x. Like, this is basically what it is. and it looks horrendous. It looks horrendous. But I think this is correct. CRT underscore CRT underscore I spelling issue. Still need to come back to it. Imagine. Thought I'm gonna do it first, then I don't have to worry about it, but yeah, apparently not. So this works, but it looks atrocious. Thinking if there's a better way to show it, but I also don't think it's necessary now. Let's see what the next project is. Modify the program so the formula changes. This looks much cleaner. Okay, so I think let's not gonna make this look better because this works, but instead I'm gonna change it up to be this formula. So I'm just also not gonna overthink it. Still gonna have that scan, and we just say result. Now I'm wondering, can I just bonk it in like this? I feel like there's gonna be a bit, maybe a extra bracket to encase everything in code. So we're gonna do 4 instead of 3, and then we start with 3 times x plus 2. Then the next one is times x I think 3 times x plus 2, yes, times x minus 1, minus 5, sorry, times x minus 5, and then the next one is times x minus 1, and then times x plus 7 times x plus 7, and then it is times x minus 6. So I didn't enclose everything. I did it exactly as it is here now. So let's see what happens. I feel like that's that. Giving me the same result. And this looks much better. Much better. Okay, I feel like that one is done. Next one. Let's say bill calculator. This one might be a bit tricky. secure underscore no underscore warnings. Let's not make a mistake again. Include okay. Okay, write a program that asks the user to enter a US dollar amount and then shows how to pay that amount using the smallest number of 20, 10, 5, and $1 bills. Okay. So let's say we're going to use an int because we're not taking any cents. So dollar amount. Now we're going to scan, get the value. But I feel like we're going to have to keep count of 20, count, 10 count, 5, and 1. All the bills we need to keep count of. But I'm just thinking how to do this cleanly. So we take the dollar amount and divide it by 20. Okay, let me think. 20 count would be equals to dollar amount divided by 20. Then we need to lessen dollar amount minus sorry, my brain is working now. Okay. Then we basically do the same for 10 count. Five and 1. Okay. So first we need to ask the question, enter a dollar amount. Okay. Think this should work. Okay, what does the result look like? $20 bills, $10 bills, $5 bills, etc. Then we do This is going to be 10, 5, 1, then 5, and 1. Let's test. What did I miss? But I didn't, and using an uninitialized memory dollar amount. Was it not initialized? Am I cooked? Oh, I'm cooked. Okay, we do 93 as well. Oh, we fucked up. I do minus, but I never save it. So we need to say dollar amount equals to whatever it is. 93 again. 4, 1, and 3. Yes. It's probably not the best solution or the nicest looking. There's probably a much better way to do this. But this is what my brain can think of now. So I'm gonna take that as a victory. And then we move on to the last program. That works on monthly payments. Okay. Now we're not gonna play WoW now. Oh my goodness, just updates. Okay, any case, let's do, this is gonna be, let's just call it interest. My brain is tired now. I don't want to think of fancy names. Lane.c. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just thinking so much. Can't remember last time my brain worked overtime like this. Okay, so define underscore CRT underscore no secure warnings. I hope that's fine. I think it is. Okay. Yes, read the requirements of this app quickly. So, write a program that calculates the remaining balance of a loan after the first, second, and third monthly payments. Then it gives an example. Display each balance of 2 digits after the decimal point. Each month, the balance is decreased by the amount of the payment, but increased by the balance times the monthly interest rate. To find the monthly interest rate, convert the interest rate entered by the user to a percentage and divide it by 12. Okay. So we're going to work with floats. We're going to have a loan amount. Interest rate. And a monthly payment. Then let's add 2 more for balance and monthly rate. Okay. Enter loan amount. We scan this. One amount. Okay. Interest rate. And then we need the monthly payment. Okay. So the monthly rate will be interest rate into a percentage and divided by 12. I think that's what that means. I think so. Then the balance would be loan amount. Then we do balance is equals to balance minus monthly payment. So that's without interest. And then I think we do balance is equals to balance plus times monthly rate. Let's print this and then check remaining balance of the 1 month. Let's see if this makes sense. And then dot to F, so it looks better, not 600 decimal spaces. Then we pass in the balance. If this looks fine, I'll do the other two payments as well. Ay, ay, ay. I just can't win, apparently. Uninitialized balance used. But balance is just there. Why does it say it's not initialized? Oh, I made a mistake. There we go. Damn it. Made a typo. Okay. Any case, so we do 20,000. Percentage is 6. And the payment is 386.66. Definitely not right. I want to see how the debugging works. Sorry, I just want to test this. 386.66. Nice. Balance is 20,000 minus the monthly payment. So the monthly rate is a very small number. feel like I'm definitely doing something wrong here. Because it's fine till there. Well, let's just go back. So yeah, it's still fine. I wonder if this monthly rate is fine. Can I say plus? We do like check like this. Okay, let's just skip that. There we go. Okay, so that was the issue. 19.7. Well, it's not completely right, but it's not completely wrong either. It's close. It's like $2. Then we don't do balance is equals to loan amount again, but we do basically the same. So it's basically just copy and pasting from here on out. $20,686.66, and we go down to 19. Oh, that looks fine. I'm $2 out each time, but I don't know why. Well, I'm super tired, and I think I won with that one. I feel pretty positive. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna tackle chapter 3 next and go through all that. And I'll probably do next video. I'll probably do a summary of what I learned in the next chapter, like new stuff that I saw, or I can just go straight to the projects. But I feel like doing a summary and then doing the projects just to give like a background of what I learned or maybe what I struggled with or whatever. But that's the idea. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. This was a super long video. My brain wasn't braining all the time. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. If you have any advice of maybe some of those projects that I could have solved better, I would really appreciate it. I love learning, and any new things that could help is much appreciated. Thank you very much, and see you next time.